Hey folks, let's do a walkthrough of Contractor Foreman to-dos. And as we jump in here, excuse me, we'll go ahead and start at the what we call the Kanban or card view. We will get over to the list view here shortly. But moving across the top, you can see that we're in our to-dos. We can do a search in our to-dos. That's an alphanumeric search. We can filter our to-dos. So I can click filter and sort out, say, just by a project or two projects, or just assigned to a single person. We can go back to our list view, which I'll jump to in just a moment. I can create a new to-do and I can show only my to-dos. So really shorten up my list, just see what I have to do this day, this week, this month, etc. As we move across here to the right, we also have set as default view. A lot of people like this. So every time this view, so anytime you come into to-dos, you'll default to this list, or if you want to default or this list, this view, or if you want to default to the list view, uncheck that box and it'll show up in the list view, which, like I said, I'll jump to in just a moment. Now, over here, there's your training video. It's probably how you found this video, but you always have your training video in all modules in Contractor Foreman up here. It's always in the same place. We have the idea, make a suggestion. If you've got a great idea for to-dos, we'd love to hear about it. So click there, fill out the brief little form, give us some good detail, and it'll go into the database that we do check often. And then here's the settings. Again, every module has these three icons up here. The settings are for module or for the module that you're in. So to-do settings, if I click here, I can just click there real quick, takes a moment to load. Depending on the module, we'll have more or less settings, and they're broken up by sections. You can see by the green icon, so I can click here, change the name of to-dos, so I can call them something else if I want. Project selection options. I can customize my labels. So instead of high, medium, low, I could change only the colors and the names on those in the order. Lots I can do with the settings there. Makes it a lot easier because as you get better at Contractor Foreman, you can always go in at any time and just change those settings to make it work better for you. Let's get back to the list view here. So I'm going to click on the list view, and here we have our list of all of our to-dos. I have my to-dos checked, so I'm just seeing my to-dos. I'm going to add a new one. I just hit the plus sign. There's that filter button. That takes me back to that Kanban or card view, and then I can sort items by due date by clicking that icon. There's our search field again. So if I'm looking for one, we've got the open tab. Show me my open to-dos, my completed to-dos. I'm slacking. I've only got 3 completed to-dos, or I can see all of my to-dos. Then up here, we can also see quickly my open, my incomplete, and complete. Go ahead and click on the to-do. And of course, if we hit the create a new to-do, this would just show up blank. I'll show you one already filled out so you know what they look like. Now notice project. I would like to point this out first because project is not a required field. There's no red asterisk next to project. And that is because a couple of main reasons. We can make this private and visible only to me. So I got to pick up the kids at 2 o'clock. I've got to go to the bank at 9 o'clock on Wednesday or something, and I have to make a little list for myself. So lots of reasons to not have a project assigned to a to-do. Got task name, just a good generic name for the to-do. Detailed description where you can get into more detail about it. And then we have sections. So we have a checklist for planning. So here's all my planning items. Then we have another section called site installation. And down here, we've got all of our items. Let's scroll down just a little bit here. And you can have as many sections as you want. So to add a new section, just hit add new section. I can do attachments. So I can click here. I could load up a file, a photo, whatever it is I need that I want to go along with that to do, especially if I'm sending to other people. If I'm creating to-dos for other people and there's any kind of documentation to go along with it, it always helps to send that out. Here's our due date and our due date time. Pretty self-explanatory there. Got our status. So maybe you're putting it together, you can leave it open. And as they're working on it, get moved to either incomplete or complete. Now the assign to, we're going to take a minute on this field because the assign to, pretty powerful field here. Because yes, I'm going to say who's responsible for that to do, who's going to be working on it. I can pick from anybody in my directory. So I'm just like everywhere else in Contractor Foreman, when I go to add people to something, it pops up my contact box with my tabs. I can assign customers, and this is going to go into the client portal as well. So if I assign that to a customer, they're going to just see that to do in their client portal. So you're assigning to whoever it is here, one or more people, or just yourself or something, but assign whoever you need to there. And then when I finish filling this out and I save it, everybody that's in this field, they get a text and or an email. It goes on their dashboard, which I'm going to show you in just a minute, and it goes on their calendar. And I'll show you how it shows up on the calendar and the dashboard in just a moment. Now we can do tags, just a way to find something, relate it to something. So here's your basic modules, main modules in Contractor Foreman here. So I can say, hey, that has to do with change order or something. Now, again, remember I mentioned you can make this private and visible only to me, but you can also save it as a template. And that is a great tool. It can't list the number of reasons that you would use a template to do, but just to keep it real simple, a project startup template, a project shutdown template, pre-pouring concrete and double checking forms template, just whatever you need. And so here's we save it as a template. As we add the new to do, it'll ask us if we want to use a template. And then however you started it, at least you probably have this all filled out for you, which makes them very quick and easy to use. And we also have the custom tab. Every module, again, probably noticed has the custom tab. And these are custom fields. So you can build these custom fields however you want. Very flexible, really easy to learn how to do. And they're not just static to say that module, because I could put these on a PDF. If I create a PDF for my to-dos and send that out, I can put them in reports, so I can use certain fields for reporting purposes and custom reports, etc. Let's go ahead and take a look where else these to-dos are going to show up once we've got it all filled out. And of course, you're going to want to hit save. And once you do that, on your dashboard, there's my to-do widget. And you build out your dashboard by hitting customize and then choosing the widgets that you want on your dashboard and rearranging them in the order that you want. Pretty quick and easy to do. Doesn't take long to learn, but very, very handy if you do build out your dashboard. And in the to-dos, so there's my to-dos. I can see what I got to do, and I can just click on that and it'll take me right to that to-do. And you can see there's a due date there. I also have flags for priorities. Now, if I click on to-dos here, these are all the to-dos assigned to. See who they're assigned to. I can see the due date and again, the flags for the priority. Also, they're going to show up on that person's calendar. So here, that was the one that I'd set up for me. I was responsible. I was one person responsible. So there it is. So I can just click on that and it opens up a little box, a little more information. If I need to get right to the whole thing, so let's say I'm just in my calendar, I don't have the to-do tab open, I just click that box with the arrow pointing up and to the right, and that will open up the to-do in a new tab. So what I've done is I jumped over to a project. I'm in T&M projects, and I went into the document menu item, and there's my to-dos there as well. So to-dos are going to show up numerous places in Contractor Foreman, just so everybody's apprised of what's going on, who's got to do what, and when it has to be done. So that's it for the to-dos, folks. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Thank you.